What is up, everybody? It is Weather Authority Kid Meteorologist here. We are just gonna look at some of the warnings the National Weather Service has posted. Um, I haven't seen any severe weather. I mean, luckily, nothing in the next 8 days. That could change and potentially will change. We're gonna look at the National Weather Service warnings, though. So, right now in the Deep South, you do have a freeze warning. So everybody in Alabama, Georgia, the panhandle of Florida, and South Carolina, you are currently freezing to death right now. That's how cold it is. Um, Oklahoma and parts of Texas, you do have that's going to be a red flag warning in my red flag warning. And then over here in Arizona, California, desert area, you do have extreme heat warning because you guys are under that heat dome, and we're gonna look at how the temperatures gradually do get warmer, and look at the CPC, which is the Climate Prediction Center. Right now in the Northeast, you do have a special weather. That might be a wind advisory, actually. Let's cook. Let's cook. Okay, so you have a winter storm warning, a winter weather advisory, a small craft advisory. Sheesh. A special weather statement and hazardous weather outlook. So if you're in Cleveland, Canton, New Philadelphia, Zanesville, Mansfield, potentially, Butler, Indiana, Pittsburgh, Clarksburg, Fairmont, Morgantown, Altoona, Youngstown. You are under all those warnings, so just stay safe, be weather aware. We're actually gonna go back to that initial page. If you're in the northwest, like Canadian border area, you do have a high wind warning, and then you do have a flood warning for, actually, no, that might be a flood advisory or a hydraulic outlook. I'm gonna say that's a hydraulic outlook. Let's look at that. So yeah, it is a hydraulic outlook with a high wind advisory. What just happened? A snowmelt is expected in northwest Montana. Did not expect to stumble upon that. But you do have a high wind warning, wind advisory, flood watch, hazardous weather outlook, and a hydraulic outlook, which basically just means a very wet week, potentially even days coming up. So yeah, that's pretty much all the besides some heat advisories, which is actually like really early to post those. So we look at that again. Anybody in Arizona, California deserts, Nevada potentially, you're all dead. That's how hot it is. That's how hot it is for this seasonal time of the year. And if you're in Alabama, Panhandle of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and even parts of Mississippi, like Biloxi area, you are under that freeze warning. So you are basically freezing to death. I know I'm copying that meme. Everybody in McKinney right now is dead. I was dared to by one of my friends. So there you go. We are going to look at the CPC, which is the Climate Prediction Center. We will be right back after this short break. Okay, and we are back. That was a short second for you guys, probably a couple minutes for me because I had to find it. This is the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. Most of us are above average for this time of year. Besides like New Hampshire area, Vermont, Massachusetts, you guys are below average. Same thing with parts of I'm gonna say even Oregon, you guys are below average. That may not be Oregon, so don't I get confused with my with my, what do I call my west states. Yeah, I didn't do too hot in geography. The precipitation outlook for 8 to 14 precipitation outlook. Precipitation, oh my gosh. Holy stutter. Pretty much normal for most of the country. We do have a couple above and below areas. The main below area is probably going to be California. And that's pretty normal, actually. So, yeah. And then we are going to see if we can find some interesting things like maybe the path of the Smithfield EF5 tornado or the Joplin. That may be in the next video. Comment down below if you want to see that. Well, this is Weather Authority, Kid Meteorologist, keeping you safe, the people who love. This is Weather Authority, Kid Meteorologist, keeping you safe and the people who love you safer. Peace out, and see you next time.